welcome back to another episode of Ethereal Enigma. You're watching Javelin Studios, and I am Javelin. And I just forgot to mention in the last episode, things do turn out interesting. You can see there's some build up with the person you like, and you're each and every day you're getting closer and closer with the person, which in this playthrough, in my case, is Kira. And you can actually see the build up. This is what I like about pixel-based games. Like the first game, Ace Academy, I'm not sure if there's any build up. There is, but it's not that, how do I put it? It doesn't tug on your heartstrings. Is that how we should say it? How I should say it? I'm not sure. But in Crystalline, that's a really big jump for Pixel Fate. It's like they are technically playing with your emotions. Well, I'm not sure if I should say it that way, but it's in a good way. Like, it's like if you manage to get the viewers, readers to go along with the emotions, to to allow them to immerse themselves inside the game itself. They've done a really good job so far. And they are really improving. Well, with this game, that is, it's kind of similar to Ethereal Enigma. Is kind of similar to Ace Academy in a way, because, well, it's not in unlike Crystalline, there's only one character who is romanceable. Ethereal Enigma, well, there are two. Well, Ace Academy, you can romance all three of the girls, but that's kind of their first project. So the algorithm is more like, if I hung out with you more, I'll get you eventually. But not in this case. Like, if you hung out with, well, Erilynn and Kira, there will be I'm not sure if this is another specific route, but you'll basically end up single for the rest of the game if you don't play your cards right. I think I rambled much enough. And before, and and that reminds me, that scene we had in the last episode with Kira. You know what would be better? I also did mention in the last episode as well, just a caption, I guess. It would be better if the waterfall scene, we had CG art for it. That would be awesome, I guess. But it's okay if it's good enough, but it would be better. I think this is just my opinion. Anyhow, I'll just continue with today's episode. And I've been rambling for about almost 4 minutes right now. So I'll just continue. I wake up feeling groggy after our late night return. Our time at the hot springs felt like a mini vacation. It feels weird going back to school today. I flip the blankets off of me and slide out of bed. Then I get ready for school. The kitchen is empty when I arrive. Both Erilynn and Mina's bag are missing. They must have gone to school early for their club meetings. Luckily, I didn't have to wake up early for my club. Just as I'm about to browse through the fridge, Uncle Hajime enters, carrying a freshly baked loaf of milk bread. And earlier, just in the previous sentence about the club, I would, if I have, I'm not sure if I think if I have the time, I'll just make a separate episode of how, there's only, so far there are only two multiple choice, which kind of, how to say, like they show you how the characters will react if you choose certain options. The two of the scenes which are quite interesting are the club, which when Kosei asks you like what club you're planning to join in the very first episode. Yeah, I'm gonna make a short, really short. That's kind of really short episode. Like it will take about a few minutes, maybe at most more than 10, I guess. Yeah, they are it's like additional fun dialogues like you would get from Kosei's reaction. And the second one is during movie night, where there's a lot of movie references in the form of tangos. Yeah, I think I would make separate episodes of those two scenes. The one when Kosei asks you which club you're joining, and the other is about the movie night. I'll make separate episodes about all of the options. I'll show you off all of the options, and yeah, and we'll see how they react to the options we chose. Anyhow, I've been rambling again, so I'm sorry about this. So I'm just gonna continue. Just as I'm about to browse through the fridge, Uncle Hajime enters, carrying a freshly baked loaf of milk bread. Did I just say this? I'm not sure, because I've been rambling.
Good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Hajime. He looks around the kitchen.
Where are the girls?
They left earlier.
Oh, that's too bad. They're missing out on this soft, fluffy bread.
He sets the loaf on the table. The fresh, sweet smell makes my mouth water. But I'm here.
Then eat up.
I cut myself a slice and spread it with butter before eagerly digging in. It's delicious, as always. Uncle Hajime grins.
I wanted to surprise everybody with breakfast after your late night yesterday, but I didn't expect everyone to leave so early.
That's really nice of you, Uncle Hajime.
Do you mind bringing it to school? You could share with the girls and your friends, just in case anyone skipped breakfast.
Will do.
I appreciate it. As thanks, there will be a little treat for you when you get home.
Thanks, but you don't have to do that.
Just look for it.
Uncle Hajime gives me a wink before heading back to the bakery. I grab my bag and rush out of the house. I keep a quick pace as I walk to school. Before long, I pass through the broad gates and cut across the courtyard. After entering the building, I find my classroom and take my seat. My friends are all gathered in a tight circle. As I sit down, I hand Erilynn and Mina their breakfast and share the rest of the loaf with Kosei and Kira. Hey guys, what's going on? Kosei looks around.
Shh! Not so loud.
Huh?
We're talking about the amulet.
He whispers the last two words. Why, is that a secret?
You know, because Erilynn's...
He looks around and then whispers again.
Veldin?
Mina shakes her head.
We never should have told him. He keeps making a big deal out of it.
It is a big deal.
Maybe we should return to the task at hand.
Yeah, what exactly did I miss? Erilynn huffs.
It has been 2 whole days and we still haven't discovered who the amulet belongs to. That's really not that long. It is an eternity.
For her? Yeah, true.
We've narrowed it down that it must be somebody from our school.
We have?
Yes, we found it when our class had the hot springs reserved.
That's true. Which means the only people visiting the springs are, at that time, were people from our school.
Could someone have dropped it earlier?
Maybe, but I didn't see it when we entered.
Me neither. And I found it right next to the water when we left, which means someone dropped it during our reservation.
Then, in order to discover who owns it, we just need to know who visited the hot spring while you were there.
She stares at us.
Well, who was there?
I don't know what you think we do in the hot spring, but it's not checking out other dudes.
I think it's because we are sneak to the girls' side and then we are not sure who is there. But if that's the case, yeah, thank you Kosei for bailing us, I guess. For saving our butts. Mina's size.
Yeah, that's a good start, but doesn't actually narrow it down by much.
Erilynn, is there anything on that amulet that can help us? She shakes her head.
It's a common token meant to ward away evil and disaster. Clearly it doesn't work.
Why? Because this person lost it?
No, because Kosei was able to touch it.
So Kosei is evil and disaster.
Hey!
Mina snickers. Kira remains thoughtful.
It seems this person must be superstitious.
Our conversation is cut short by Misato entering the room. We can continue this later. My friends nod and we scoot ourselves back into place. Misato clears her throat.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all rested and rejuvenated and ready to get back to work.
Half-hearted muttering is the only response.
I'm sure that will change once we get started. Please open your textbooks.
Misato begins the class and I do my best to focus on the lesson, but my thoughts keep wandering. Who else in this school is well done? School bell chimes, but the music still keeps playing. I'm not sure if this is an oversight or not, or they done it on purpose. I'm not sure. I'm distracted through all of my lessons, so I feel extra relief when the bell rings, dismissing us for the day. I quickly pack up my things. Just as I'm about to head home, I remember that I have a club meeting after school today. Shouldering my bag, I make my way to the club room. Club event will be available in future builds. And yeah, I guess when the clubs are available, I think there will be a lot more content. Well, mainly because for obvious reasons, there's a lot of clubs available, and yeah, I have to keep playing all of those scenes. So, if there is enough club, please someone help me create one. Wink, hint. Thank you so much. Finally, it's time to go home. I say my goodbye to my clubmates and hurry back to the house. With my power walking determination, I arrive home in record time. After kicking off my shoes and throwing off my bag, I check the kitchen for a snack and find a cupcake with my name in frosting and a thank you note from Uncle Hajime telling me to enjoy it. This is awesome! The girls should forget their breakfast more often. Thanks, Uncle Hajime! With my belly full, I wonder what I want to do. Who should I hang out with? Well, in this walkthrough, I like to spend more time with Kira. I take out my phone and give her a call.
Hello?
Hey, what are you up to? Want to hang out?
I'm at the park, practicing landscape drawings for my manga.
That sounds cool. Do you mind if I join you?
I don't mind.
Cool, I'll meet you there.
Okay, see you soon.
We say goodbye and hang out. I grab a notebook and throw on my jacket before leaving. The day is chilly, but at least the sun is out. I make good time by keeping up a power walk. Eventually, the park comes into view. I find Kira sitting on the bench, absorbed in her sketch, and I sit down beside her. Hey! She looks up.
Oh, hey.
What are you drawing? She shows me. It's a beautiful sketch of the trees and hills before us. She's gotten the shading right with the clouds and sunshine too. Wow, this is really good.
Thank you. I'm thinking of trying a new spot. There's a pond nearby.
Okay, let's check it out. Is this the first time we are in the park scene? We have the park background. I think they're using, well, Ace Academy's park. Yeah, I like to point out, no back parts. They actually stretch the background. Why do I keep saying that? Well, it's a good thing, nonetheless. Yeah, I'm sounding like a broken record at this point. The pond isn't far. We hear quacks from the ducks drifting along in the water. Ducks. Are those Kosei's ducks? Okay, enough of that. Okay. After finding a nice spot, we sit down on the bench and get to work. I pull out my pencil, trying to decide where to begin, when a small meow catches our attention. A black cat crosses in front of us. Black cat? Yeah, I actually... Is it fully black or does it have other colors? Well, is it not entirely black? I don't think this option actually appeared when you do not hang out. Because in my first playthrough I never chose the third option because I'm not sure what the third option actually is. I mean back in the cabin when you decide to unpack your things, saw Mina in the fire pit, and the third one, take a walk in the gardens. Those three options. I'm not sure about the walk in the garden, which turns out to be like hanging out with the one you're closer to. And yeah, I'm not sure if this option actually appeared if you did not choose that third option. So yeah, let's choose this one. Animals really do follow Kira everywhere. Wow, Kira really does attract every animal. First, she attracts wild animals, and now she's even attracted domesticated ones. What's next? A unicorn? Huh, you weren't kidding when you said you're always surrounded by animals. Although a cat might be easier to pet than a deer. Hey, wait, what? Oh, wait, despite that I never chose that option, this option actually still appears. So at first I was confused about the deer, because since when did I hung out with Kira and saw a deer? Because in my very first playthrough I never chose to walk in the garden, so I don't know about the scene where animals appear around Kira alongside with the deer. So did I ever mention that if all the animals flock around Kira, including the deer, if there's a CG art for it, whoa, that would be a better touch to it. Yeah, at this point I'm kind of like complaining about everything. Yeah, sorry. A smile leaves Kira's face.
Don't worry, we won't disturb you any longer.
We walk to our next location and leave the cat behind. Strolling through the park, we find a sunny spot with a couple of willow trees swaying in the breeze.
This looks like a good place.
Yeah, for sure. Kira sits down and flips to a clean page in her sketchbook. My pencil glides across the page as I draw the swaying trees and fluffy clouds.
Oh,
Her pencil stops moving. What is it?
the cat is back.
I look up. Sure enough, the cat blinks down at us from one of the tree branches.
Maybe it's just a coincidence.
Yeah, maybe. We shrug it off and draw the scene anyway. When we're done, the cat is still blinking at us from the tree. Where to next? Kira pauses.
There's a big hill not too far from here. We can draw the park from a higher view.
Sure, sounds good. We find the hill and trek our way to the top. Once we're there, we plop down and flick to a clean page, then get to work. The breeze feels peaceful as we draw. Kira's artwork looks amazing near the end. As always, we hear a tiny meow, which makes us pause. It's the exact same cat. There's no mistaking it this time.
How odd.
The cat cries and rubs up against Kira's leg. She picks it up and runs her hands around its neck and chest.
It doesn't seem to have a collar.
I give it a look. That's true. There's no collar in sight. Maybe we should ask around and see if anyone is missing a cat. Kira nods.
We might have more luck if we split up.
Yeah, let's meet by the benches when we're done. She nods again and disappears in the opposite direction. I glance around the area. Who should I ask first? Yeah, all of these are not not much of a spoiler. All of these are not the owner. So I randomly choose So I just chose the third one. I spot a young mother with a child out in the grass. Her son holds a cat-shaped kite and watches it flutter in the breeze. Maybe it's a sign. Hello? The woman turns to me.
Yes?
I was wondering if you guys were missing a cat. My friend and I found one. They look at each other and shake their heads.
Sorry, we don't have a cat.
I see. Thank you anyway. I ask a few more people but have no luck. When I return, Kira is already waiting for me with the cat sitting close by. No luck either. The other two options, this is kind of a quick one for the third option. I checked the first two before. I'm not sure how I got to two. Maybe I just played multiple times. So the first two, it's kind of weird. The first one is about a creepy cat lady. Then she's starting to say weird stuff. And the young couple, when you try to ask about the missing cat, the boyfriend thinks that you're trying to hit on the girl. Which, she shakes her head. Maybe it's a stray? Still, we shouldn't rush to assume. Let's wait a little longer to see if anyone shows up looking for it. Kira nods and I sit next to her on the bench and wait. The cat stretches out its front legs and it bumps its head under Kira's palm. With a tiny smile, she strokes it behind the ears. It really likes you. The two of them look like a pretty good pair. It makes me wonder. Have you ever had a pet before? She shakes her head.
No, I was never able to have one.
Why not?
The boarding school didn't allow pets.
Ah, right. Boarding schools are a bit strict about these things. Kira nods. Did you ever want one? She blinks.
I've never thought about it before.
Really? Not even once? She shakes her head.
It was never an option, so I never considered it.
The cat bumps its head under her palm again. She pauses.
I think I would like one though.
I smile down at the cat who purrs contentedly. They can be very good company. Yeah. I have a dog. A toy poodle. But it ends up not looking like a poodle. I don't know, maybe because the fur did not actually curl up like a poodle should. Or maybe I think it's a genetic. Not to say a lemon, I really love my dog, so yeah, because since when it was a pup, I think when poodles were pups, their fur were more straight than it was not born curly in the first place. So I think because I keep stroking it, then when it grew up, the fur became more straight than curly. She nods and continues to pet it. The two of us chat for the rest of the evening. The cat eventually jumps down to sit at Kira's feet and play with her shoelaces. After a while, the sun sinks low in the sky and our conversation lulls to a comfortable silence. Kira blinks.
Oh.
What is it?
It's gone.
Huh? I look and realize she's right. Maybe it's found its owner.
Yeah, it must have.
She sounds relieved. Hopefully this means it has a nice home somewhere. A shiver runs through me. There's now very little sunlight, and the cold is beginning to sharpen. It's pretty late. I can walk you home if you want.
That would be nice.
Did she forgot to say?
That would be nice. Thank you.
Oh, okay. I actually skipped it. Of course. We brush ourselves off and make our way out of the park. The sky smears with dark blue and violets. A few stars hang suspended in the mist. Soon we make it to Kira's place and pause at her driveway.
Thank you for walking me back.
No problem. I had a lot of fun drawing with you in the park. A soft smile lifts her face.
Me too.
Suddenly there's a quiet meow. We freeze. Kira looks at me.
Was that the...
Was that what?
Was that the...
Missing text. No, it can't be. The meow sounds again, and we turn around. It is. The black cat pops its head around the garbage can. It cries and walks straight up to us. Kira's eyes widen as the cat nuzzles against her legs and purrs. I can't believe it followed us. Her brows edge in concern.
Why did you follow us? Don't you have a home?
The cat meows and keeps snuggling against Kira's leg. Her voice softens to a bit of sadness.
Is it because you're on your own too?
My heart shifts in my chest. I hope the cat isn't a stray. It's tough out there without a home.
Go home, kitty.
Kira tries to gently steer the cat away from her, but it continues to cling at her feet. Finally, she fixes me a worried look.
What do you think I should do? It won't go.
Okay, I'm having dirty thoughts right now. Because if you change this word to okay, I'm not gonna explain much about it, so what do I think you should so it's yours now, I guess. The cat has chosen you. You are now its new owner. Congratulations on your new cat. Kira blinks and glances at the cat. It rubs against her legs, purring softly. See? The worry melts off her face and into a small smile.
It can stay with me for now, but I'm sure it belongs to somebody else. It doesn't seem like a stray.
I shrug. Kira may still be in denial, but she'll understand eventually that this cat is staying for good. Kira goes inside and comes back with a small bowl of food. It smells like it might be tuna or some other fish. She places it at the cat's feet.
There you go.
The cat lets out a happy sound and eagerly begins eating. Kira's gaze softens. It looks like she has things under control here. I should get back now. Let me know how it goes, okay?
I will. Good night.
Night. The rest of my walk home is peaceful. There aren't many cars. Why do I want to say cats? There aren't many cars out and I'm able to make good time. When I'm home, I go straight upstairs. Fighting a yawn, I decide to skip doing my homework tonight and leave it for the weekend. Instead, I relax by educating myself on the latest memes until my eyes droop. Then I get ready for bed and nestle under my blankets. Before I realize it, I'm fast asleep. Warm sunlight filters through my window and gently pulls me awake. Well, that's about it for this episode. Yeah, I think this episode should also be a short one because, yeah, I add a few more minutes. I think I add about at least 10 minutes of me rambling and complaining, I guess. Complaining about unnecessary stuff. Or begging, stuff like that. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I keep dragging the time until now it's past like 30 minutes, I guess. Anyway, so I guess I'll end this episode right here. So thank you guys for watching Javelin Studios. My name is Javelin, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Ethereal Enigma. If you like this content, please like and subscribe for more of this. Well, I think I said it in the wrong order. Regardless, this is Javelin signing out. Have a great day, everyone.